fucking hell, this is part 2 because I just hung up on myself. Oh, anyway, what was I saying? Look, I don't mean to be this hard on myself. I know I'm comparing myself to the next person who's perfectly healthy, which is fucking ridiculous. My doctor, my psychiatrist, I see them all, guys, are all telling me that I am doing the best that I can. I have not hurt myself. I haven't done anything dangerous. I haven't even smoked weed this week, guys. So, to me, that's a fucking massive accomplishment. I hate my bong, and yeah, I miss my bong all at the same time. So I'm really happy it's actually not in my house. I am vaping these stupid e-cigarette vapes in replacement, which is even dumber because I know that's not good for me. But as I said to Andrew, one step at a time. And I had my work meeting today. I'm grateful that my boss is honestly so fucking amazing. I truly think I'm a part of a team and a company that I hope to be with for years. There have been more facilitators hired, so I think our team is now at 7, right? There's only 2 of us that are storytellers, the rest are facilitators. Again, I don't know why, but my anxiety keeps rising in the sense of if the group keeps getting bigger, like, does that actually mean we're going to get, you know, all of our turns, which is dumb. And I know that, and I know I need to separate that, and there'll be a lot going on this afternoon. And I appreciate all of that. And I appreciate, and I'm happy and grateful that I actually did tell my boss yesterday, look, I'm struggling. I know it's that vax. I can't prove to you or the next person or anyone else that the vax has made everything worse, but if you go back to 3 weeks ago or whenever the fuck it was, and have a look at what happened then, you will be able to see the same thing happened. I fucking knew this might happen. But the thing is that even when you know something could happen, it doesn't make it any easier to deal with. It just doesn't. I guess the other thing I was going to say when it comes to friends is that because I live by myself, because I am a student, so I'm at home most of the time, because yes, I do have this job and I love it, but all fairness, like, it's not a well-known company. That's why we're launching all of these things. Everyone I've talked to in my real life has never even heard of it. I'm not mentioning it on this website. When I eventually get my shit into gear and get my new website up and running, I will obviously be mentioning it there, so that's different. I don't want anyone on my new website referring back to this one, which is frustrating because this is my normal everyday website that I will post daily. As I said yesterday, if my daily posts stop happening, and I'm not talking about if it's just for the day, because we've all seen that I can like make it till 11:30 at night and go, ah, fuck, I need to make a video. And I always do. I have not missed a single day since my 36th birthday. Which is weird because I constantly have to check the date and the days and the bullshit, and which is probably why I keep fucking up on everything. I think last night I put on my, instead of listening to my textbook, I put on my like deep sleep meditation on the inside timer for like affirmations and good feelings and things like that, and I think that's helped. I went to sleep and I set the intention of, I'm setting the intention to wake up feeling better. I'm in control of my mind as much as it never feels like that. And Yeah, like I said, with my anxiety when it comes to meeting new friends, like I have literally written notes all over the fucking walls in my house saying, do not give this website to people you meet in person because it's going to scare them off. I guess if you're scared off from me being honest, then that's on you, not me. I am very much realizing that having 1, 2, 3 friends that are really good friends, whether or not I get to see them much or not, you know, it truly means something. I know I'm not totally alone. And ironically, I don't ever feel lonely unless I'm in the states I've been in the last couple of days. Like it's literally tattooed on my arm. We are all one. I mean, in all fairness, the other one says it's all about me, but I'm a philosopher and to me they mean exactly the same thing. I even used those 2 tattoos in my last philosophy essay as an example. I know I can help myself. I know that I am helping myself, and I think that's what I need to focus on. Like, everything that I've done and I've accomplished in my head, my lower self, just not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. Whereas I really, really need it to sink in that it is, you know, like we're in what, May? Yeah. I'm sorting everything out for uni. You know, there's that part of me that's like, fuck me, I wish I had known all this earlier instead of now. But better late than never, right, guys? But there is this over fucking feeling of if I don't succeed in my degrees that I want to, then I'm a nobody. And that is absolutely fucking retarded because so many people haven't been to uni and they're not retarded and they're amazing. And I've met a number of people who have so many degrees. Like the last few people I have met, Lily with the vax and Sarah and her husband with the bikes, like multiple degrees these people have got, multiple. And yet they both work in companies that they don't like. And it's just this weird feeling, you know, like this feeling of guilt. But this feeling of guilt has followed me around for my entire life. It has. I'm not doing enough. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not good enough. I'm just blah, 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 blah. And I don't attach to the thoughts. I don't. As often as possible. But that doesn't mean it doesn't make it any easier. I've got, I think, 15 different illnesses, yeah? That's a lot. That's a fucking lot, guys. They are all very severe. They are all very difficult to deal with. I mean, I'm going to turn my heat down because I really don't know how loud this is. But it says it's 17 degrees in my house. Oh, that's probably why it's taking so fucking long. And my beautiful wall of notes that I still am not doing what I'm supposed to be doing with. I don't fucking know. I don't know anything at the moment. I know that I feel better than I have been. I know that the sun's fucking with me. Take it actually. I think I might go into the living room. I don't know if that'll be any better. Be darker by the looks of it. That's a bit better, I guess. It's hard, guys. Like I've said, you know. I don't know. If there's anybody out there that has any tips for me in regards to like, I don't know, stop feeling so guilty. Like, I've been on disability for 10 years, yeah? It's a long fucking time for someone at my age. I have been reading lately stuff in the news about how horrendously hard it is for people to get on the disability these days. I read a story about this poor man somewhere in the country, I've got no idea where, who lost both of his legs due to cutting himself at the beach on a rock. I mean, can you believe that? I just don't think anyone would expect to go to the beach, go for a swim, be walking out, cut themselves on a rock, go home, and then the next thing they know, they're losing both of their legs. And yet this poor person has applied for disability over and over and over and over again and keeps getting knocked back. And it makes me feel fucking terrible for people like that. But at the same time, I guess it really proves to me or shows me or I'm on it for a reason. I cannot physically, emotionally, mentally, or anything else way work a full-time job. I cannot do that. It is actually impossible for me to do that. The last couple of days, I've almost actually brought my walking stick out, guys. I haven't used it for, quite some time. But my house isn't exactly big, yeah? I live in a 3-bedroom house. Oh, I'm pretty sure I would have done some sort of tour on my video at some point. I don't know. But it's a 3-bedroom house, big fucking kitchen, living/office. And just walking from my bedroom to the kitchen yesterday, or to the bathroom, was so fucking difficult. I honestly feel like I'm gonna fall. And the problem is, I have fallen so many times. Like, when I did work for corporate, I fucking had to use walking sticks and crutches every single fucking day until they, put in a whole brand new fucking phone system just so I could work from home. And even then, that wasn't enough, and I had to stop. I've worked as a mental health support worker for a year. I loved my job to begin with. I am not sure that I definitely wouldn't do severe mental health work again. I have an ad on our local, I don't know, it's like Craigslist, but it's Australian version. I don't really want to say what one, in case you decide to try and look for me. Because my profile picture is of boss. Anyway, I have got an ad up for that about support, but mostly like social support. Now that I'm fully vaxxed, taking them to doctors, shopping, blah, 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 I can do stuff like that. I've absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to do when it comes to my disability, because when I had my original job, obviously I called them, all the details got put in, and then I just declared every single fortnight how much I earned and things like that. But this is the first time well, it's not the first time I've ever had an ABM, but it's the first time I've ever had one that I'm actually going to use. So a bit different. I am not sure who I should be talking to first, given the time of the day. Trying to call, the government people here in Australia would put me on hold for fucking hours. So it's always better to call them like the second they open. And that's past that now. Poor Grant, I was like, I need to make a video and I'll call you back, because he rang me. He's like, oh, I need to make sure you're, call me on the video. And I was like, no, I have to get in the shower, because if I don't get legit straight in the fucking shower, I will do what I'm doing, and I will drink coffee, and I will scroll, and I'll fuck around, and then I'll be rush before work. Now, I do have to make videos for work. And since I'm freshly showered and my hair is freshly clean, it's not dry because I have to put steroids in my fucking hair due to psoriasis. Yeah, that's the one. So I have severe psoriasis in my scalp. Looks like I have dandruff 24/7, which fucking sucks. So I'm prescribed steroids for that. My pharmacist was very, very, very clear that under no circumstances at all can you put the steroids in your hair and then dry your hair, because it's so highly flammable, my entire hair will catch on fire. Hence, this is where I'm at. And that's fine. I think I'm realizing that my anxiety with making new friends, it's a weird one, you know, because of what happened with Nichelle and the way she put it and the way it fucked with me so badly. Like, I just can't comprehend how anybody could say to anybody, you have so much trauma, it's not worth getting to know you. That is something I will never forget. And so when I meet people, and I guess my problem is I add people on Facebook Messenger, which doesn't help me because I can see if they've seen stuff and they're not replying to me. And that just sets off the motion in my head of, you're fucked up, they've watched your video, you shouldn't have given them the website, this is why we don't share our website in real life. Like, every single time I feel like I give someone this website, I feel like within a day or two, I'm literally having a fucking breakdown. So it's not a great way to make friends, I guess. But I do warn everyone that I am the most real and raw fucking person I know. I don't follow a lot of channels on YouTube myself. I am trying to learn to use this website to watch YouTube, since I think I have literally like 3 liked videos in this channel. The only thing I'm watching on YouTube besides music these days is the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. Like, he was never one of my like all-time favorite actors, I'll say that, but I like him even more now that I've seen him in the trial. Ironically, I think he's even cooler now. But I've talked for ages and I'm aware of this, and I know, you know, you either watch them or you don't watch them, but please promise me that if you do not watch my videos until the very end, don't comment. I don't want your comments if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And again, to the man who said you want to send me a package from Sweden, I'm not going to disagree with that. I will find out from my neighbor if he has a PO box, because there is absolutely no way I'm giving my address to anybody. But I just found it really confusing, I'll be honest, in the comment where you asked me if I have Facebook and if we could connect there, when the actual video you commented on clearly states I do not have Facebook or Instagram because I hate the fakeness of it. Okay, I'm a philosopher. Yes, I'm studying psych because psych is what I need to study, because I want to understand myself. I want to understand other people. I want to be a fucking storyteller. I know that everything will combine at some point. This, work, all of it, my degrees, all of it will combine. And I know this. But I fucking hate social media, okay? The only one I use is Reddit, which I would argue is not even social media because it's an anonymous forum. Not so anonymous for me, I guess, because both my YouTube and my website links are on my profile. When it comes to strangers watching my videos, well, that's the point of this channel, you know. What's my intended audience? Well, I would say my intended audience is any person in the world who's ever felt like shit, or felt invisible, or not good enough, or not worthy, or dealing with mental illnesses, or dealing with physical illnesses, dealing with drug addiction, dealing with university. I'm like dealing with a fucking bucket load of bullshit that my intended audience is anyone, let's face it. You know, I quit ice to become the person I needed to see. I didn't want to see everyone that was so happy and hunky-dory and life's so fucking wonderful because I'm at the end and I'm all cured and everything's great. I didn't want to see that. That didn't help me. What helped me and still helps me is seeing people that are real. Now, I don't consider myself an addict in any sense of the word. It is one of the topics I need to talk about in a video for work, so I am going to have to clarify that one, because as anyone who's watched my videos for long enough, and I'm pretty sure this is day 128, I'm a big believer that drug addiction, alcohol addiction and things like that, and I know that this is against even the DSM and it's against so much, but you know, I'm allowed to have a belief regardless. But I personally believe that these things happen as a way to, what's the word, it's a symptom, it's a coping mechanism, it's whatever the fuck you want to call it, for a deeper, darker, inner meaning. Now, you can go to all the meetings in the world you want, right? And no disrespect to anyone who watches me that does. But if you think that just quitting whatever it is that you're addicted to is going to help you, just simply that, I hate to break it to you, but it's not. And that's the way they talk about the disease. The disease can get you at any point. Well, I 100% disagree with you on this one. I smoked ice for a very long time. My neighbours smoke ice. My neighbours offered to give me ice. My neighbours brought me the ice pipe. Well, he didn't bring it to me. He had it in his pocket. That's a whole thing. Anytime I tell someone that story, they pull this face like, oh, we know better. He's trying to trick you into it. And I'm just like, unless you've smoked ice, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, mate. Which gives me a unique, perspective. This is true. But I truly fucking believe that people use these things exactly like I did to push down and not deal with what the actual problem is. I personally believe, aside from hardcore fucking drugs like ice, that, I mean, those aren't recreational drugs. Those are just bad drugs. Don't touch them. Anyone offers it to you, don't do it. That's my fucking definite advice. But I'm a believer that once you figure out your actual deeper inner demons, you won't need those things anymore. Like, I will never touch ice ever again. I know this. I fucking am not an addictive person. I'm prescribed opiates and Valium and weed, and I've got literally like the best medication anyone could ask for. And more than often, I just forget, which sucks because, you know, nobody likes living in pain. But I'm 100% not addicted to any of it. I can go days without taking any of my medication. They're not exactly good days. And when I say any of my medications, I should clarify and say my pain medications. I take my morning and evening meds every day, even though yesterday I didn't actually take my morning meds until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but I figured that was better than nothing. Taking the one Ritalin, though, was absolutely pointless because I took the meds, made the video, uploaded the video, and went straight back to bed and straight back to sleep. But I really, really needed to snap out of this. And so I went into the kitchen and I was like, I needed to do dishes. I had like the freaking rat test thing all over my kitchen table because obviously I've taken one due to being a social contact. I'm fine. My house is usually clean. It's the floor that needs to be vacuumed, which is on Boss. My bed needs to be changed because I literally had to pick dirt out of his fucking paws last night. It was so fucked up. But yeah, like, I really, really am doing the best I can, guys. And I obviously don't want to freak people out. And I obviously don't want to scare people. I have decided, provided he's okay with it, that I'm going to get a set of keys made for Andrew and give him the code to my back gate, just because I trust him and he's my friend and he is the person I see the most. And I guess there's a part of me that would feel better knowing someone has keys to my house. Obviously giving them to Grant would make sense, but Grant works like 2 fucking jobs and lives in the city, whereas Andrew's literally across the road. Yeah? Not that I'm saying anything's going to happen. Let me just stress that I'm feeling so much better. Hence, I haven't even spoken to Grant yet, because I jumped straight in the shower and I messaged him saying, look, I need to make a video before I do anything else. I did not know my video would be this long, because this one currently says I'm at 26 minutes. And this is the second part because I hung up the first part. To anyone that I've met recently, if you are watching my videos, especially this last week's ones, please don't let me put you off. I swear I'm a good person. I just deal with a lot, yeah? I personally think dealing with bipolar or borderline personality disorder or complex PTSD or ADHD would be really hard. I'm dealing with them all. 7 mental illnesses and a personality disorder, and then 7 physical illnesses. Makes me tired just saying it. So I really, really need to try to figure out a way to make that feel like enough. Because I don't know what the future holds. I did not know when I started this journey I would go to uni. I was smoking ice, realizing I needed to quit ice because I needed to become the person to help people who were like me. Because again, like I said, if you're on drugs and you're high as a kite and you're suicidal and you're unhappy and you're depressed and you're all the rest of the things, you don't want to see happy people. Happy people piss you off, right? So this is why I am the way that I am. And I fucking love who I am. Until something sets my fucking anxiety off. And I guess it's meeting new people, mentioning the website, them following the website. I don't know. I have no fucking idea who actually watches my videos. I've none. I know that I get thousands upon thousands of views for some of them. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Do you want to say hello? I want to say hello. I would really like people to like my videos. You don't have to like the depressing ones. I get that. I'm not sure if any of you, I'm not sure if any of you have noticed, but on the videos I make, like yesterday, I do not write the thing at the bottom saying, if you like my videos, please subscribe and hit the like button, because I don't really expect anyone to want to subscribe to my channel based on videos like yesterday. But I'm extremely proud of myself that I did sleep, I did not cut, I have not hurt myself. I spoke to my boss and let him know that, yeah, I'm struggling and that's why I haven't made the videos yet. It is because of the vaccine. My boss is aware of the fact that the sole reason I got vaccinated was because of this job. I put that in all the applications. I told him that in the meeting. I told them all. I was like, I had absolutely no intention of getting vaccinated. I was willing to go online completely for uni. I was willing to do whatever it took. But I wasn't going to give up the opportunity of my dream job. And so I did. I got vaccinated. And I'm really happy I stuck it out and waited until the latest one that I got, the Novavax. Because the side effects with this one are bad, but I just instinctively knew the side effects for the other ones would have been so much worse. Like, I'm definitely going to tell someone the side effects, because I don't know what's happening with studies and stuff, but like, it's not fun, you know. But I'm going to wrap this up soon since I've hit 30 minutes, and just say I am feeling like myself, or more to the point, I am feeling more like myself. My house is warming up, so that is great. It's beautiful and sunny outside. Here's an interesting thing, guys. Someone knocked on my door last night at around about 5:30, and I was like, hello. Like, I was in my pajamas, obviously. I didn't get dressed at all yesterday. It's always the way, always the fucking way. Someone knocks on my door when I'm in my pajamas. But this man knocked on the door, and Boss was going insane, and I like got Boss inside, and I sort of went out between the front door and the screen door, and I was like, hello, is everything okay? Is something wrong? And he's like, there used to be an Olivia who lives here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm Olivia, what's up? He goes, I'm such and such. We met a number of years ago at the house next door, where the Indians lived, and they had this huge party. Actually, they had this huge party during my sober year, so I know I've got videos of it, because they had alcohol galore. We're talking like almost every single fucking spirit you could think of, every kind of wine, every kind of beer, every kind of fucking everything, yeah? And it was this huge freaking party. And it was amazing. And I obviously met all these people, but it was my sober year, so I know it was 2018. Anyway, this guy's outside my door last night. You could tell he's looking really nervous. He's sort of like standing there. He's holding a mask, and I'm there, and I'm like, I'm Olivia. What's up? Like, what do you need? You know? He goes, oh, you know, I'm such and such. We met such and such. Blah blah blah. He goes, you used to have a snake. I was like, I do. I've still got one. Yep. And he's like, my son has developed this crazy obsession with snakes. And he goes, you're the only person I could think of to talk to. He goes, I didn't know if I should knock. I didn't know if it would be okay, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm fine. I don't mind. I'd happened to leave my phone in the kitchen. I was like, do you have your phone on you? So we ran back to the car and grabbed it. And I was like, look, if your son's only 8, I'm 1. Boss, get the fuck down. Oi! I was like, don't fucking look at me like that. Come on. Anyway, I said, if your son's only 8, I'm fairly certain you will need to get the license in your name, because I'm pretty sure you've got to be 18 or 16 or something. I don't know. Anyway, I gave him my number. I did all of that. I said, send me a message with the name and everything, and then I will respond. So we did that. He sent me a picture of his son holding a snake. Looks just like Sebastian, truthfully. So I sent him some videos of Sebastian. I sent him through all the details he needs for the license. I told him that next time Sebastian shits, I'll let him know so his son can have it. But yeah, so that was interesting. I have talked for so long. I have no idea. People watch this shit. But hey, I feel better. I feel much better. I'm even going to, once my hair dries, because again, can't dry it. It'll go up in flames. Oh, I still have to go to the pharmacy and pick up my medication that I've already paid for that they didn't have in stock. That was I meant to do days ago, and obviously today's the first day I've gotten dressed in a few days. But yeah, there are probably stories I have not finished. If I've responded to any of your comments that I come across like I'm being rude, I sincerely apologize. But please note that when someone is doing whatever they can to fight the most severe thoughts, suicidal thoughts, there's only so much energy they have left, okay? But I'm feeling good. I absolutely need to drink my fucking coffee because I think I had one sip before I made this, and I try not to drink or smoke or vape or whatever in these videos. But now I really, really, really need my coffee. But I will probably do another update later on because of work, and I like to update, and because these videos are much better than the last few videos. So I just want everyone out there who watches to know that you're not alone. So many of us go through things that we find really difficult. If you're in a position where you feel like all you can do is sleep to get through whatever is happening, that's okay. And self-care is so important. It is. And if you feel like you need someone to talk to, you can contact me. I have no issues in giving out my, well, I've got certain like chat things like Kick or is it, I don't know, whatever they are, as long as it doesn't involve giving my mobile number or my personal email or, you know, addresses and shit like that out. If you want to talk to me, you can comment. All comments on my YouTube channels are made public immediately. If you comment on my website, which again I highly recommend you follow both, because if you only follow the YouTube channel, you are missing out on everything in between. But if you do comment on my website, those comments are private until I make them public. So if you wish to contact me privately, send me a message on my website, tell me you don't want it to be made public and that you'd like to talk, and I'm okay with that. Just please remember, I'm in Australia. I know people from all over the world are watching me, time differences and stuff like that. Plus I really need to get my shit into gear because I have a bucket load of fucking shit to do. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm at 38 minutes plus however long the last one was. So alright, that's me for now. See ya.